Assalamualaikum and good morning. I bid to all my lecturers and clinical instructors. So, the case received is a new case, a 10 years old Indian boy diagnosed with exogenous obesity with mild obstructive apnea and underlying dyslexia. And he was referred to the diet clinic for the weight management. For the social history, patient is staying with his mother and two siblings, and patient is a standard 1 student in program Pendidikan Khas. His mother worked as a security guard. For the family history, patient has two siblings with normal BMI. For the anthropometry, patient current weight is 55.5 kg with height 1.41 meter and BMI is 27.9 kg per meter squared, which is more than 95 percentile based on the CDC growth chart. For the biochemical data, there is no available biochemical data. And for the clinical, patient looks well, appearance, IDL independent with no loss of appetite and no swallowing problem. This is reported by the patient mom. And for the dietary intake, based on the diet recall, patient estimated energy intake is around 2,800 to 2,900 kilocalorie per day, which is more than 50% of the energy requirement based on their RNI for 10 years old boy. And based on the diet recall, patient has a high intake of fat, which is 29%, and carbohydrate 55%, and protein 10%. And based on the diet recall too, patient has 3 main meals and 2 snacks with late dinner, which is at 9:30 p.m. I consider is a late dinner because if patient sleep at 10 p.m., it is considered as late dinner because dinner should be 4 hours before he sleep. And patient has low intake of fruits and vegetables. Basically, no intake of fruits and vegetables in a day. And patient has high intake of sugary drink with 5 servings per day at each meal time. And for the physical activity level, patient has sedentary lifestyle and patient prefer to watch TV and playing video games after back from the school. For this type of case, it is important to educate patient on healthier and balanced meal because we can see that patient eating pattern and the choices of food is unbalanced and unhealthy. So my plan is to change all the some of the food option. For example, during the tea time, patient usually take peanut biscuits, and I can suggest to change to healthy options such as sandwiches. And the next is patient should be encouraged. I encourage patient to have early dinner because late dinner also is the cause of obesity. And the third one is to cut off the frequency of sugary drink taken per day from 5 servings per day maybe to 2 servings per day. And the other one is KIV on physical activity, but there is no harm if I suggest him to play at least 1 hour per day, either at school or after back from school, maybe in the evening. Or patient can join any activity or curricular activities at school, such as during the PJ session and what is suitable for him. According to the Ministry of Health Malaysia, there is a few ways in order to manage the obesity or overweight case in childhood. So the first is to do physical activity or playing at least 1 hour per day. Second is to incorporate more fruits and vegetables in daily diet. And third is to eat on time. And furthermore, to limit the sedentary activity less than 2 hours per day. We know that for children, we rarely target for weight loss because eventually the height will be increased and the BMI will be improved for children. But for this type of case, considered is a severe case, the BMI is more than 97 percentile. It is no harm if we target for weight loss at least from the 97 percentile to eventually to the 95 percentile and to the 85 percentile. You want to target from the obese to the overweight. This is because the patient, the children, tend to be underreport during the diet recall, and maybe the eating pattern is not the same every day. Maybe he or she might eating more than what is reported today compared to tomorrow. So what else could I have done in managing this case is, first I can suggest to the patient to make a food diary and also to monitor the weight weekly so that I can trace the increment or decrement of the weight and the trend, and also I can trace his eating pattern, the trend of his eating pattern. So what can I do if I manage the same case in the future is, for this type of patient which has very low readiness to change, first I would like to talk about the causes of the childhood obesity and the health risk factors or the consequences if the weight is not managed properly in the future or in the current. So it can create awareness not only to the parents but also to the patient itself. And next, I would like to suggest what types of exercise or activity can he do at home instead of playing outside, because not all children is extrovert. Some of them are introvert that he likes to spend more time with the family at home compared to outside with the outdoor activities. That's all from me. Thank you.